Advocate James Mlau, DDG for Roads in the Department of Transport, Mr. Chris Labisa, CEO of RTMC, Advocate Makosini Msibi, other CEOs of our state-owned companies who have joined us here, heads of provincial departments of transport, heads of traffic training colleges, representatives from Quality Council for Trades and Occupations, representatives from South African Safety and Security Training Authority, our important guests, the traffic officers who are passing out today, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow South Africans. I also would want to acknowledge the presence of the media. The launch of our Easter Traffic Law Enforcement campaign this year takes on a unique flavor. This launch takes place against the backdrop of a pass-out parade of young men and women who have recently graduated and qualified to join the ranks of our traffic law enforcement officers. This is indeed a groundbreaking moment, not only because it adds boots on the ground, but because it signals a new era in traffic policing. As we celebrate the pass out of the first cohort of graduates with the National Qualification Framework Level 6 qualification, we are creating a career path for these young men and women to lead a new generation of traffic officers. Let me say again that in the history of South Africa, we have never had traffic officers who are trained at level 6 of qualifications, that is NQF level 6. It is therefore a new generation, and this generation that will bring to the table fresh and innovative solutions to the many challenges of the carnage on our roads. The task of achieving a reduction of 25% of fatalities on our roads looms large and requires of us to employ new strategies that have a multiplier effect. The first of those strategies is the deployment of these new officers across the length and breadth of our country. This will be reinforced by technological innovations that will ensure that there is no place to hide for those determined to undermine the rule of law on our roads. It gives me great pleasure to stand before this parade and welcome young, enthusiastic, and dedicated people into the army of traffic law enforcement officers. Just yesterday, we had a historic graduation where our patriotic, and I want to emphasize, our patriotic 21st century traffic officers received their NQF level 6 diplomas. Present were their families and community members who wanted to join and celebrate the achievement of their children who were transitioning to the world of work. All families were jubilant because they knew that this graduation meant a social change in the trajectory of their families. As they joined the public service as patriotic South African public servants, we expect these young men and women to be conscious of their critical role in upholding the rule of law. They must be personifying the Batupili principles by being ethical, fair, selfless, and most of all, patriotic in carrying out their daily duties. To our traffic officers, I've listened and I think I actually read with keen interest your Road Traffic Law Enforcement Office oath of office. This oath of office not only is a set of empty words that you recite or you will be reciting at ceremonial events. It is actually a patriotic contract that you have signed and you will be signing with the people of South Africa, which equally binds you to all other laws and regulations that guide your career in the traffic law enforcement fraternity. It is binding on your conscience, and it should guide everything you do in the traffic law enforcement environment. You must realize that by signing the oath, you are making a commitment to the nation that you will conduct yourself with honor and integrity. In the oath, you will be saying, with honor, I shall not betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. You will be pledging that you will always conduct yourself with the highest level of probity. I want to remind you that every time you wear that uniform and you put on the badge, you are representing and you are a representative of the people of South Africa. You will have to carry the authority of the state, and therefore your conduct must emulate the ethos that we stand for. We shall be judged ourselves according to your conduct, and you dare not disappoint us. We definitely will not be expecting that because of your conduct, we are asked questions as to what we will be doing about corruption. We will want that question to be the thing of the past. By saying, I shall be true to the ethics of the road traffic law enforcement, I shall have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. You will actually be swearing that you will always conduct yourself with discipline and pledge that the fight against corruption shall be a standard by which you will be judged. You will be promising that you will not look the other way when you see your colleague or colleagues engaging in conduct that brings shame to the traffic fraternity. By reciting the words as you will have done, I shall uphold the Constitution, my community, and the profession I serve. I shall never place myself above the people I serve. You will be undertaking to be a patriot and a servant of the people. It means that as law enforcement officers, you will actually uphold the Constitution and abide by the laws of our country. In addition, you will ensure that others comply with the law as well. As a patriot, you will be expected to put the interest of our country, South Africa, first, and should not allow yourselves to be bought by money or other inducement. South Africa is our only country, and it is your only country. There is no other country that we belong to but this South Africa, and it is important that we ensure that we guard against anything that put our country into disrepute. As you will soon be deployed to the country's road network to save lives of South African citizens, which is part of the mandate of the National Department of Transport through the Road Traffic Management Cooperation, we believe that with the caliber of your training and zeal, you will carry this mandate with distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, the timing of this pass out only a few days before the start of the Easter long weekend could not have been more opportune. It sends a positive signal that we are ready to raise the bar in our efforts to arrest the scourge of crashes, injuries, and fatalities on our roads, and deal with the conduct of those who believe they will unleash lawlessness with impunity and deal with them harsh. That ship has long left the port and they will be caught. Traffic officers play a pivotal role in enforcing the law on our roads. Law enforcement is important, and it is an important part of fighting lawlessness on our roads. But on its own, it cannot make our roads safe. Road safety is a collective responsibility that requires all of us to play our part in appreciating that the road is a shared space and take responsibility of our actions. Road users have a duty to observe the rules of the road and respect the rights of others who have as much right to use the road as themselves, be they pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, or motorcyclists. The duty of traffic law enforcement officers is to enforce the law without fear or favor. It is important to note that human factors remain the leading causes of road crashes, contributing 85% of all road causes. We must intensify our focus on human factors and introduce measures to reverse the trend. It is for this reason that we have chosen #Zitibe, meaning resist the temptation, as the theme for the 2023 Easter Arrive Alive campaign. This theme is a clarion call to all road users to restrain themselves and resist the temptation to engage in reckless behavior on the road. Such behavior will be met with the full mighty of the law. I call upon you, our law enforcers, to ensure that we enforce the law. Let us ensure that those who think that they will not abide by the rules of the road, they meet us on the road. We have the authority to unleash that which we are here for, that of enforcing the law. Those who will think that they will drink and drive, we will arrest them. Those who will drive cars without number plates, either in front or rear, let us arrest them. In South Africa, the law says whenever you drive the car, you must have the number plate both in front and back. People to plan to do whatever they want on the road, and purposefully they remove number plates. I'm saying to you, whoever is driving the car on the road without a number plate, don't issue a ticket, arrest them. Speeding, let us arrest. For those who speed above 160 kilometers, don't issue a ticket or a notice, arrest them. They should not be on the road. They kill our children. They kill our people. They should not be on the road. They must be arrested. I am saying to you, whenever a person who thinks is the only one who has a car in South Africa will speed, arrest them. Keep them in cells until after the Easter weekend. This is the authority we have as law enforcers. Let us unleash that authority. This is equally a call for motorists to resist the temptation to drive at excessive speed. No driver under the influence of alcohol or drugs should be on the road. If you want to drink and stay at your home, or arrange transport so that you don't keep people on the road. For pedestrians, this is a call to resist the temptation to cross the road when it is not safe to do so, and avoid hitchhiking on busy arterial routes during peak travel periods. This is also a call to the traffic officers to resist the temptation to take bribes and allow offenders and those driving off unroadworthy vehicles to go on unpunished. Whoever is offering you a bribe, arrest them, because they are committing crime. it will be a disappointment when you yourselves ask for bribes. But I know that the cohort that is getting in front of me here, they are known. Even those that you are joining, they are known that they don't take bribes. But for those that take bribes, I'm saying your numbers are, your days are numbered. We will be arresting you for taking and for asking bribes, because you are bringing shame to our fraternity, law enforcement fraternity, to the young men and women standing on parade. I congratulate you for the choice you have made to pursue a career in traffic law enforcement. I have no doubt that you have received a training befitting a true patriot, a training that has imbued you with the noble values of service to our people, first and serving with dedication, discipline, and honor. There is nothing that is as good as knowing at the end of the day that I have done my part, that I've conducted myself within the laws of the country. Remember, you are law enforcers. Law enforcers. So it starts with you, and then of course it goes to people that you have to enforce the law upon. As officers of the law, the task that lies ahead of you is daunting, but certainly not insurmountable. The steps have been made in recent years to arrest the carnage and reduce road crashes. That also gives me confidence that we are on the right path towards realizing the goals set out in the United Nations Road Safety and the National Development Plan to reduce fatalities by 50% in 2030. Is this possible? Yes, it is possible. Working together with the people of South Africa, we have achieved great things. We can achieve this. If other countries speak of 300 fatalities per year, we cannot continue as South Africa to be talking about 12,000, 11,000 and so on. We also can reduce the number of deaths. I stand here in front of the people of South Africa who are listening to what I'm saying because they are alive. I will want again the same people to listen to us after the Easter weekend. No one should be lying in mortuary and no one should be in graves because of only the Easter weekend. I call upon all South Africans to ensure that we are safe over this weekend. Working together, we can achieve this. Ladies and gentlemen, today's events have been concluded and the administrative process finalized. And I just want to say to our cohort here that we would want to ensure that we have the visibility of our traffic law enforcement on a 24-hour service, on a 7 weeks per day, and of course every day. The daily deployment, of course, of these members will enhance the implementation of the 365 days rolling law enforcement plan to reduce crashes, injuries, and fatalities by, of course, improving the detection and likely successful prosecution of traffic offenses, reducing opportunities for criminal opportunities on our roads, and instilling the culture of road users' behavior and compliance with the law. We want to thank our media who take up our campaign during these times, where themselves, as they do whatever and they speak, they stand and remind people that, remember, as you are listening to me, as your journalist, please observe the rules of the law. We thank you, our media, because by saying so, you are reminding the whoever on the road who could actually be speaking. I also want to say to the young men and women on parade, we commend you for the discipline, the dedication and commitment you have shown during your training. Your principals have actually told us that you are one group and one cohort that was very disciplined. You dedicated yourselves to the training and instructions that you received from your tutors, from your instructors, from your lecturers. It's been a long journey which started in 2019 and was prolonged by the COVID-19 pandemic. But you've been there and you were prepared to complete the training. You have done your country proud, and we applaud each and every one of you for choosing a career in law enforcement. This is a career for selfless men and women who dedicate their lives to ensuring that the people of South Africa are safe on our roads. You will not be thanked by anyone, but continue doing it, because those who are lawless, they will not want to see you, but continue enforcing the law. Your performance and good behavior during training shows that you came to the Traffic Academy willing to be good officers of the law and the country, and we cannot not appreciate that. I'm hopeful that you will continue to behave and carry yourselves in a manner that will make the traffic fraternity and the country proud. I must extend a word of gratitude to your families and loved ones, some of whom are here, for releasing you to serve the nation. I also want to thank you in advance for giving your loved ones to serve the people at a time you need them the most, particularly during holidays such as Easter weekends, such as Christmas, and such as long weekends. When we sit in our families with our loved ones, these families, they let you to go to the roads and ensure that the people of South Africa are safe. We appreciate your families very much. They will be out there on our roads, braving the elements to protect all of us and ensure that there is law and order on our roads. We thank you for the sacrifices you will continue to make. Ladies and gentlemen, let me express my sincere gratitude to the RTMC board and executive management team, the head of the Traffic Academy, the academic and support staff for their leadership, guidance, and unwavering support for the duration of training. I also want to extend our gratitude to all the MPs of the 9 provinces who supported us during the training of this cohort, but who also continue to support us as we do our work. They too are appreciated, and we do hope that we're going to work with them as we move forward. I also want to extend our gratitude to the former Minister of Transport, Honorable Fikile Mbalula, who also was part when this group and this cohort of law enforcers was actually taken. He was there, and I want to extend our gratitude to him as well, and wish him good as he continued to be the Secretary General of the African National Congress. I also recognize the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations and the SACITA for the support they have provided to make this cause a success. I wish also to recognize the partnership and the contribution made by the private sector in the quest to save lives. Holland and Distel have joined forces with Team Transport to ensure that road safety does not become, it actually becomes an everyone's responsibility. Furthermore, I must immensely appreciate the exemplary collective work of the Department of Transport, both at national, provincial, district and municipality levels. Also, the branch, which is the roads branch, our roads public entities, the RTMC, the Road Traffic Infringement Agency, RTIA, the Road Accident Fund, RAF, SANRAL, and cross-border road traffic agencies. This is a team that has been hard at work for a number of years, dedicated to saving lives of the South African people. You understand yet that you belong to the public service, which cares for its customers, our citizens, and serve them selflessly, because the people of our country come first in all that we do. As I conclude, I wish to thank all guests and family members and assure you that your sons and daughters will be in good hands in traffic law enforcement fraternity. May you enjoy the time with us as you serve and save the lives of our people. It is indeed, as I conclude, gives me immense pleasure to announce that this first cohort of traffic officers, we have not trained them in order to go and sit at home, but will be resuming work on the 2nd of May 2023. So your employment is guaranteed. This is what we do best as the Department of Transport, working together with our state-owned companies. For a period of 1 year, you will be professional officers, which thereafter you will be confirmed for a permanent employment. So, standing in front of me are people who are joining the public service. We welcome you with our open hands, and we welcome you as the Department of Transport. We say we are the heartbeat. We say we are the heartbeat of South Africa's social development and economic growth. We keep South Africa going. You are most welcome. We thank you. We say congratulations. We say bravo. South Africa is proud of you. South Africa is blessed with you. Blessed is yourselves and your families. I thank you very much.
Doesn't she deserve a standing ovation? Doesn't she deserve a standing ovation? Thank you, Minister.